No matter how careful they work in the ring, wrestlers get injured, sometimes for a short time and sometimes much longer. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at WWE superstars currently injured and when they're expected back. The WWE maintains a list of inactive superstars, with many of them being listed as inactive due to injuries. Recently, Fightful.com acquired the list, and there's around 21 injured wrestlers from Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, NXT UK and 205 Live. Let's start off with number 1, The Big Show. The Big Show has battled weight issues his entire life, but he's committed to a healthy lifestyle, despite setbacks such as a hip replacement surgery and the hamstring injury he's had to deal with since November 2018. In a recent interview, Show discussed why he's paying closer attention to his health, saying, "The older you get, you realize that kind of weight is not healthy for you. I wanted to live longer than Andre. The time I was making this change in my life, I was 45 or 44? Andre passed away at 46, I believe. I heard the stories from Timmy White about Andre passing away alone in a hotel, and how it upset Timmy that Andre didn't take care of himself. How it upset Vince that Andre didn't take care of himself. Hulk Hogan will cry talking about Andre and how he wanted Andre to maybe not drink so much, maybe take care of himself a little bit better. But he was the boss. He was the giant. He did what he wanted to do. He lived his own life, and the same people pressing me about how important it was to take care of myself." Show is still busy, however he's busy acting, including a reoccurring role in the sci-fi series Happy. However, there's no word on a return date as of this video. Number 2, Ruby Riot. The leader of the now disbanded Riot squad found herself put on the shelf after injuring both her shoulders. She's had surgery on her right shoulder with surgery scheduled for her left. Riot will be out of action for some time, with a current return date estimated around April 2020, possibly in time for WrestleMania 36. Number 3, Jason Jordan. Sadly, there's bad news for the former member of American Alpha, as it's all but official that Jason Jordan's in-ring career is over. Kurt Angle's storyline son suffered a neck injury requiring surgery, and he's been unable to wrestle since January 2018. While Jordan can't work in the ring, he's keeping active behind the scenes, working as a producer in the WWE. Number 4, Mickie James. As you can see, the women's division is plagued with injuries, and veteran grappler Mickie James is out suffering a torn ACL during a match against Carmella on 1st June 2019. James discussed the injury recently, saying, "From the very moment of impact, I knew something was wrong. I hoped against all odds that it wasn't a serious injury, but it was that bad. I don't fault Carmella, she's always been a professional. I've been very lucky to avoid major injuries in the past, but eventually everyone's luck runs out in the ring. After 20 years, I guess mine did." Mickie had surgery recently, and like Ruby Riot, she's expected to be back in April 2020, again possibly before WrestleMania 36. Number 5, Bobby Lashley. The WWE's big man suffered an injury in July, but there's currently no official word on the exact nature of it or when he will return. His injury is listed as undisclosed, and he is on the inactive list of wrestlers, but sources predict he'll be back in November, possibly just before the Survivor Series. Number 6, Tamina. With the WWE paying closer attention to concussions, it's no surprise that Tamina Snuka has been out of action ever since suffering a concussion in July at a live event in Augusta, Maine. This isn't Tamina's first concussion either, so the WWE has to keep a close watch on things before clearing her for a return. This could be a few weeks from now. Number 7, Ronda Rousey. The baddest woman on the planet suffered a broken hand at WrestleMania 35 and had surgery to repair it. Rousey was reportedly taking time off after the Showcase of the Immortals even before her injury. However, Brad Shepard recently tweeted that Rousey's return is imminent, and Rowdy Ronda posted a video saying how much she misses the WWE. Number 8, Nia Jax. Fans of one of the WWE's women's division's most fearsome competitors won't be seeing Nia Jax back for some time. The Australian native tore her way through the women's division in 2018, winning the Raw Women's Championship. Unfortunately, along the way, the powerful grappler put tremendous wear and tear on her knees, and while she worked through the pain, she ultimately required surgery on both ACLs. According to the Mayo Clinic's website, an ACL injury is a tear or sprain of the anterior cruciate ligament, one of the major ligaments in your knee. Jax is expected to be out for 18 to 14 months, though she recently tweeted she's doing great. Number 9. Ricochet. Former United States champion and rising star Ricochet has been sidelined with an elbow infection. Recently, he's been involved in a high-profile feud against AJ Styles, so his fans are hoping he'll be back soon. Ricochet last competed in the ring on 21st July 2019, and the WWE is listing his return as to be determined, i.e., they don't have any idea either. Number 10. Sheamus. The WWE's Celtic Warrior has had a number of injuries, with the latest being a concussion he experienced at the 9th April 2019 episode of SmackDown Live. Sheamus has dealt with several injuries in the past, and at the age of 41, it may be time to retire from the ring. Sheamus' tag partner Cesaro has been competing in singles competition on Raw, and it's unknown if and when Sheamus will be back. He was sporting a new style and recently wearing a referee's shirt. Could that be a new role for him? Number 11. Jeff Hardy. Although the WWE wrote Jeff Hardy off television via an attack by Lars Sullivan, the real reason is Jeff's decades of punishing his body. His high-flying style has taken its toll on his body and underwent surgery in early May to repair multiple lingering issues in his right knee. WWE.com reports the charismatic enigma is expected to be out for 6 to 9 months, which could be anywhere from the end of 2019 to February 2020. Number 12. Lars Sullivan. Muscle Man Lars Sullivan enjoyed a monster push following his post-WrestleMania 35 debut, despite the controversial comments from his past surfacing to threaten his career. Sullivan weathered that storm, but a knee injury turned out to be more serious than originally thought, and the WWE's Freak is expected to be on the shelf anywhere from 6 to 9 months. One report is that Sullivan could even be out until June next year. Number 13. Jinder Mahal. The unlikely WWE champion has been missing in action thanks to a ruptured patella tendon injury which required surgery. The patella tendon connects the kneecap to the shin bone, and Jinder ruptured it during a match against Ali. Mahal is reportedly expected back before the end of 2019, which is good as the WWE just signed him to a new 5-year deal. Number 14. Finn Balor. Balor missed the 27th July 2019 WWE Network special Smackville either due to a bad case of the stomach flu or bronchitis. Balor was hospitalized but should be back in time for his SummerSlam bout against the Fiend Bray Wyatt. However, Balor is scheduled to take time off from the WWE to get some much needed R&R. But those were the injuries on the main rosters. But what about the stars of the WWE's Yellow brand, as they've suffered their own fair share of injuries, sometimes when they're on the cusp of joining the main roster? Here's the latest update on injured NXT stars. Number 15. Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa had a brief run on the main roster when Vince McMahon brought in NXT stars to shake things up. Sadly, Tommaso suffered a neck injury which sidelined him completely and required neck surgery in March. Ciampa is on the mend and is expected back in late August, which means he's likely to miss NXT TakeOver Toronto and SummerSlam. Number 16. Tino Sabatelli. The former NFL player and current NXT star Tino suffered a pectoral muscle tear during a match against Velveteen Dream in April. He underwent surgery and is expected to be out for several months with no specified return date. Number 7. Dakota Kai. This NXT star hurt her knee in December 2018 during a 6-woman tag match and was operated on in January 2019. Currently training for a return, Kai told fans last May, "I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up. Everything going great. I'm ahead of where I need to be, and I have been since surgery basically. Not long to go now, and I'm so excited to get back into training and being back in the ring and wrestling all these amazing girls. So yeah, it's only a matter of time." According to Fightful.com, Kai is running, which is a good sign for her recovery. There's no listed return date for this NXT star, however. Number 18. Eddie Dennis. Another NXT star with a torn pectoral, Eddie Dennis is currently in physical rehab. This performer in the United Kingdom's NXT required surgery after his left pectoral tore off his humerus, but is expected to be back in fall of 2019. Number 19. Kyle O'Reilly. This member of the Undisputed Era has been out of action since a back injury suffered in a ladder match later turned into a staph infection. O'Reilly is currently scheduled for NXT TakeOver Toronto, which is good news considering the WWE's potential plans for the Undisputed Era. Rumour has it that WWE is toying with the idea of an Undisputed Era versus OC feud this fall, so his return would be just in time. Number 20. Bobby Fish. NXT's Bobby Fish suffered a jaw injury during an NXT TV taping. Fish is scheduled to team with Undisputed Era partner Kyle O'Reilly against NXT Tag Team Champions the Street Profits at NXT TakeOver Toronto. Fish suffered his injury during a match against Velveteen Dream, and he's not the only NXT star hurt during a bout against Dream. And number 21. Karen Q. On 27 July 2019, Karen was working in NXT House Show Tag Team bout when she broke her leg. It's too early to tell when she'll be back, but she did inform her fans on Instagram that, unfortunately, I won't be able to finish the NXT road trip. I'm so proud of the matches I had this weekend, and I'm grateful to have the best family, friends and co-workers. My leg is broken, but I'll be back. Thanks to all who have reached out and showed me love. Hashtag hold my drink, I'll be back. But there you have it guys, your injury report for the WWE roster. Do you think in order to reduce injuries, WWE should have an off-season? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.